This is the story of the Nutcracker. Marie and Fritz took turns peeking in the parlor keyhole. "Are they ready for us?" they asked. They knew they could not go in until the Christmas tree was lit. "Here comes Father," they exclaimed. The door opened, and there was the most beautiful tree they had ever seen. Soon the whole room was filled with family and friends dancing and laughing. Suddenly, the front door opened, and there stood a man wearing a black cape. The children ran to him, calling, "It's Herr Drosselmeyer!" Herr always brought them special gifts. First he showed Fritz a hobby horse. Then he presented Marie, his goddaughter, with a nutcracker. Even though it had an odd-shaped head with big eyes and a strange mouth, Marie loved it at once. When the party was over, Marie fell asleep under the Christmas tree, holding her nutcracker. At the stroke of midnight, she was awakened by some noise. She was surrounded by big, ugly mice. As she tried to get away from them, her nutcracker turned into a tall and proud real-life soldier. He marched over to Fritz's wooden soldiers and commanded, "Soldiers, prepare for battle!" Suddenly there was a battle with cannons between the mice and the soldiers. The soldiers were winning until the Mouse King appeared. He had 7 heads and 7 crowns. He came at the nutcracker with his sword until the nutcracker fell. Just then, Marie threw her shoe at the Mouse King. With him off guard, the nutcracker jumped up and struck him dead with his sword. The nutcracker took the 7 crowns and held them high over his head as the mice carried their leader away. Suddenly, the nutcracker turned into a handsome prince. "Come, Marie, I want to show you a wonderful place," he said. They traveled through a winter wonderland to the land of sweets. As they walked down the candy streets, they were greeted by the ruler of the land, the Sugar Plum Fairy. The prince told her of the battle with the Mouse King. She told them how brave they had been and invited them to a great celebration. They sat in special thrones and watched beautiful dancers from Spain, Arabia, and China. Next they saw flowers whirl and twirl before them. But the most beautiful dancer of all was the Sugar Plum Fairy herself. At last the party came to an end. As Marie and the prince waved goodbye, everyone disappeared into a lovely cloud. Slowly Marie awoke. Surely her parents would think this had been a dream. But she knew better.